Ask like this, and the universe cannot say no. Every word you speak, every thought you think, is a message sent into the infinite intelligence that governs all things. There is a language the universe understands without resistance, without confusion, and without delay. It is not the language of desperation, begging, or fear. It is the language of certainty, gratitude, and alignment. When you speak from a place of knowing, when your desire becomes a declaration rather than a plea, the universe responds. It has no choice because it operates by law, not by whim. The universe responds to certainty, not desperation. When you ask with desperation, you are signaling to the universe that you believe you do not have what you seek. You are coming from a place of lack, worry, and insecurity. This emotional frequency creates a block between your desire and its manifestation. The language of desperation carries doubt, and doubt disturbs the signal. On the other hand, certainty is the language of creation. It is a vibration of power, knowing, and alignment. When you are certain of what you want and speak it with conviction, you activate the universal laws that govern attraction and creation. Certainty does not mean arrogance. It is not about demanding in a harsh or forceful way. It is about knowing that what you desire is already aligned with the higher order of things. It is about understanding that your desires are not random. They are guidance from a higher wisdom that wants to express itself through you. When you ask from a place of certainty, you are not questioning whether it will come. You are affirming that it already exists. This is a major shift in consciousness. Instead of saying, I hope I receive this, you are saying, this is already mine, and I now allow it to unfold. That subtle difference in mindset makes all the difference in your results. Certainty sends out a clear signal. It is clean, direct, and filled with intention. Desperation, on the other hand, sends a mixed message, one that says, I want it, but I don't believe it's possible. The universe doesn't respond to your words alone. It responds to the energy behind them. If your words say yes, but your emotions say no, you create resistance. Certainty aligns your thoughts, words, and feelings into a unified message that the universe can reflect back to you. You cannot fake certainty. It must be felt deeply and authentically. It often requires inner work, releasing limiting beliefs, silencing the inner critic, and building trust in the unseen. But once you embody certainty, everything shifts. Opportunities open up. People respond differently to you. Synchronicities appear. The path becomes clear not because circumstances changed, but because you changed. Certainty is magnetic. It draws in the resources, guidance, and outcomes that match your inner belief. It is the energetic equivalent of a green light to the universe. It says, I am ready, and the universe mirrors that readiness with action. When you are certain, you don't chase, you attract, you don't overthink, you allow. You are not watching the clock or looking for signs of delay. You move with calm confidence, trusting that your request has been heard and is already unfolding. This is the real power behind asking. It is not about begging for what you want. It is about stepping into the reality where it already exists and speaking from that place. Certainty removes all contradiction from your vibration, and once that happens, manifestation becomes inevitable. You must become the vibration of your desire. This means aligning your entire being, your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions, with the state of already having what you want. The universe does not simply respond to what you say. It responds to who you are being. If you desire abundance but constantly feel anxious, fearful, or unworthy, you are not a match to abundance. You are broadcasting the frequency of lack. To shift this, you must begin to embody the version of you who already has what you want. This is not pretending or wishing. It is tuning your inner state to the frequency that matches the reality you desire. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your emotions are energy, your thoughts are energy, and your desires carry energetic signatures. When you think and feel in alignment with your desire, you create a vibrational match. That alignment is the invitation for the universe to deliver. The more consistently you hold that vibration, the more quickly things begin to move in your favor. Becoming the vibration of your desire is about living as if it's already real. When you want love, you must radiate love. When you want success, you must feel worthy and capable. When you want peace, you must cultivate peace within yourself first. The inner world creates the outer world. Many people think they need to wait for circumstances to change before they can feel good. But the truth is, the feeling must come first. You cannot wait for the manifestation to give you the feeling. You must generate the feeling to create the manifestation. This is a reversal of how most people live, and it's why so many remain stuck. Your feelings are not reactions, they are creative forces. When you intentionally feel the emotions of your desired state, you activate the same energetic pathways that the actual experience would produce. The universe reads your energy, not your timeline. You must act, speak, and make decisions from the mindset of someone who already has what they want. Ask yourself daily, what would the version of me who already has this be doing, thinking, saying? Then begin to live from that space. This creates coherence between your inner world and your outer actions. It's not about faking or forcing anything. It's about aligning. The vibration of desire fulfilled is calm, joyful, and grateful, not frantic or needy. When you settle into that feeling consistently, the universe takes notice. Your environment begins to shift, opportunities arise, and new doors open, all because your frequency changed. To become the vibration of your desire is to live from the inside out. You no longer need proof to believe. Your belief becomes the proof. This is where true power lives, not in reacting to life, but in consciously choosing how you show up, think, and feel. And when your frequency reflects the end result, that result begins to take form in your reality. The outer world becomes a mirror of the vibration you have chosen to live in. Ask from fullness, not lack. This is a fundamental principle when working with the universe. Most people unknowingly ask from a place of emptiness, feeling that something is missing, broken, or wrong. They think they must fix themselves or their situation before they are worthy of receiving what they desire. But asking from lack communicates one message loud and clear: I don't have this, and I'm not sure I ever will. That message carries a frequency of absence, doubt, and neediness. The universe picks up on that energy and reflects it back in the form of more delay, more struggle, and more of the same. Asking from fullness means you already recognize the abundance that surrounds you and lives within you, even before the external proof appears. When you ask from fullness, you are declaring from a position of strength. You are not needing something to feel whole. You are inviting more good to flow into a life that is already valuable, already meaningful. That shift in attitude from needing to receiving is incredibly powerful. Fullness says, I know who I am complete as I am, and what I desire is a natural extension of my growth. Lack says, I need this to be okay. One brings expansion, the other brings resistance. The feeling behind your request is what drives its manifestation. So when you feel abundant, joyful, grateful, or peaceful before the thing arrives, you make space for it to come quickly and effortlessly. It's a misconception that you have to suffer or struggle to earn what you want. The truth is, the more you dwell in the energy of abundance, the more naturally abundance flows. That's why asking from fullness often feels like a gentle, confident conversation with life. There's no rush, no panic, no forcing. You know that what you ask for is aligned with your truth, and you trust it will unfold in perfect timing. This kind of asking comes from knowing, not hoping, that the universe is on your side. You begin to feel the joy of already receiving, and that joy becomes the magnet. The most powerful prayers, intentions, or affirmations are not cries for help but expressions of certainty. When you say, "Thank you for this amazing opportunity," even before it arrives, you are acting from fullness. When you express appreciation for what's on its way, you are aligning with it energetically. Gratitude in advance is one of the clearest signs that you are asking from fullness. You are not chasing anything. You are attracting it naturally and effortlessly. Your trust becomes stronger than your worry, and that's when true creation begins. You don't need to fix anything about yourself to be worthy of what you want. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You simply need to tap into the energy of wholeness that already exists within you. From that state, your asking becomes a celebration rather than a request. The universe recognizes this energy as readiness and begins to move mountains in your favor. Your world reflects your inner belief. Everything you experience in your external reality is a mirror of what you consistently think, feel, and believe to be true on the inside. Life does not randomly happen to you, it responds to you. This is not just a philosophical idea, it is an energetic law. The vibrations you hold within your mind and body create a signal, and that signal attracts experiences, people, and outcomes that match it. When your beliefs are rooted in scarcity, struggle, or limitation, your outer world will mirror that back through repeated challenges, delays, or disappointments. But when your beliefs shift toward abundance, ease, and possibility, your life transforms to reflect those new inner truths. Many people try to change their lives by rearranging external circumstances. They switch jobs, move to new cities, end relationships, or chase new opportunities, hoping that a different setting will bring different results. But without changing the internal blueprint, the beliefs and assumptions they carry, those outer changes often lead to the same cycles repeating. The root of your reality is not what's happening out there, it's what you believe in here. If you believe that life is hard, that you have to struggle to succeed, or that love never lasts, those stories will continue to unfold until you change the narrative. Beliefs are not just thoughts, they are thoughts that you've accepted as facts. Many of them were absorbed unconsciously through childhood, society, and repeated experiences. But the moment you become aware of them, you gain the power to change them. When you shift your belief system, the world cannot help but reflect the shift. It's like updating the code in a computer program. The output changes because the instructions have changed. If you begin to believe that you are worthy, supported, and capable, your actions become more confident, your energy becomes more magnetic, and the world starts to open in new ways. This is why inner work is the most powerful work. Affirmations, visualization, meditation, journaling, and other practices are not just spiritual habits. They are tools to reprogram your belief system. They help you train your mind to expect success, to trust the process, and to stay aligned with what you want. As your internal expectations rise, your life rises to meet them. Opportunities begin to show up that match your elevated belief. People begin to treat you according to the standards you've set internally. Circumstances begin to align with your dominant thoughts. You do not have to wait for life to prove your beliefs true. You choose the belief first, and the proof comes after. This is the essence of conscious creation. Whatever you hold as true within yourself becomes the mold that life pours itself into. If you want to experience something new, you must believe something new. You must become aware of what you are constantly affirming, both through your thoughts and your emotions, and shift the inner dialogue, because the outer world is always listening, always reflecting, always responding to what you believe. Faith and alignment unlock manifestation. The universe is governed by precise spiritual laws that are activated not by force or effort, but by inner trust and energetic harmony. Faith is not just believing that something might happen. It is knowing that it must happen because you are aligned with it. It is a calm, unwavering confidence that what you have asked for is already moving toward you, even if you can't yet see it with your eyes. Faith allows you to detach from the how and when, and focus fully on the truth that it is already done. This mental and emotional posture becomes the bridge between your desire and its manifestation. Alignment means that your thoughts, feelings, and actions are in harmony with what you want to experience. If you desire peace but constantly think anxious thoughts, you are not aligned. If you want abundance but feel guilty receiving, you are not aligned. Manifestation is not about just saying the right words. It's about becoming an energetic match to your desire. Faith activates this alignment when you truly believe something is possible, and more importantly, already in progress, your energy shifts. That shift creates an opening for the universe to deliver. People often block their own manifestations by living in contradiction. They say they want one thing, but think another. They pray for love, but expect abandonment. They visualize success, but feel unworthy of it. These internal contradictions send mixed signals, which confuse the process and delay the outcome. Faith clears the signal. It dissolves doubt. It tells the universe, I am ready, I am sure, and I am available for this now. That level of trust relaxes the mind and opens the heart, which accelerates everything. Faith also creates patience, not a passive waiting, but an active resting. You stop needing to control every detail. You stop questioning if things are working. You start walking as if it's already done. That's true alignment. Your actions become inspired rather than frantic. You listen to intuition rather than forcing logic. You allow instead of chase. Manifestation happens fastest when you are no longer desperate for it to arrive, because desperation stems from fear and misalignment. Faith, on the other hand, is rooted in connection with the divine. It is a steady reminder that the universe is for you, not against you. To live in alignment with your desires, you must first live in alignment with yourself. That means listening to your inner truth, honoring your feelings, and trusting the nudges you receive. When you take action from this aligned state, it carries power. Even small steps taken in faith can create massive results because they are backed by energy that is pure, focused, and unwavering. You are no longer begging for a better life. You are partnering with the force that creates worlds. This partnership is built on faith, and once you align your belief with your desire, manifestation is not just possible. It becomes inevitable. You are not requesting, you are commanding. When you truly understand your role in the process of creation, you no longer see yourself as someone who must plead, wait, or hope for results. You realize that you are a co-creator with the universe, endowed with the same creative power that governs stars, oceans, and life itself. You are not meant to beg for blessings as though they exist outside of you. You are meant to declare your truth with authority, knowing that the unseen forces are already moving in your favor. This is not arrogance. It is spiritual alignment. A command is not about ego. It is about energy. When your thoughts, words, and emotions are fully aligned, what you speak becomes law in your reality. Commanding is about standing in your power. It's not about shouting into the sky or demanding outcomes with force. It's about speaking your desires as if they are already real, with full trust in the law of cause and effect. What you think and feel consistently becomes your experience. If you speak lack, you command more lack. If you speak abundance, you command abundance into your life. The universe listens to your vibration more than your vocabulary. If your words are beautiful, but your energy is fearful or doubtful, the command is weakened. But when your words match your belief, and your belief matches your inner knowing, the command becomes unstoppable. To command is to recognize that your desires are not random. They are sacred instructions from your higher self. You don't ask for what you want as if you need permission. You declare it as a reality that already exists on an energetic level and is now coming into form. You speak it, feel it, and live as if it's done. That is the nature of a true spiritual command. It is not based on what the eyes see, but on what the soul knows. It's not about reacting to what is, but about creating what will be through deliberate thought and emotion. When you shift from requesting to commanding, your language changes. You no longer say, I hope I get this, or maybe one day it will happen. You say, this is mine, I claim it now, I allow it to unfold in divine timing. That shift in language reflects a shift in energy. and the universe always responds to energy. A command is rooted in faith, clarity, and intention. It comes from knowing that spiritual law is on your side, that you are already worthy, and that nothing is held from you except by your own doubt or delay. Living in this state of command requires responsibility. You must be intentional with your thoughts, careful with your words, and consistent with your energy. You begin to treat your words as sacred instruments of creation, not just casual expressions. Every statement you make becomes a decree, shaping your future. That's the power you hold, not because you are separate from the universe, but because you are one with it. And when you command from that place of unity, the universe must respond. It has no choice. It is law.